Oh, thanks. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It is Thursday night. Well, welcome everybody to the NLG Show. Hope everybody's had a great week. Looks like the chat room has gotten started early, as always. We love that. However, as always, we're waiting on Chris.
That's the fast bag.
That's all right, man. We're gonna put Tony in his spot. See what happens. So, hope everybody's having a great week. We got a nice guest this week. We welcome in for the first time. I don't know if I've ever seen you on any other podcasts or not, but if we're your first, man, that's awesome. His name is Tony. He's let me make sure I remember this because I see that more than anything else. Proteus XL on Twitter, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's Chris. Chris is getting ready to jump aboard. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very well. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. Welcome, and glad to have you with us tonight.
I appreciate it. It's an honor.
All right. Chris is getting ready to join us here momentarily. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat room. They're, like I said, man, they're stacking up pretty early. We got, and I just saw brother YOBY hit the house, brother Shizno, Jeff Rule, my brother Rich, brother Pong Soul, brother Lance Jennings, and hey, Peter, we got Lapani A in the chat. He hasn't been in a while, and here he is.
I missed it. Where?
He is. He's right there. He's got. He just said hi, everyone. He's not late. Our brother Jeff from Go.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. From Gogamego, or better known from all of us as Gogamego. Shaka Khan. It's an inside joke. We need Papa Pete in the chat room for that. Somehow, Jeff and Stu were doing an open, kind of like an open topic thing last night on Go Game Go, and I don't know how we got on it, but Shaka Khan came up, and it apparently is a word that you could use anywhere. And so we were just, there it is, Shaka Khan. So,
I know this singer named Shaka Khan.
Yes, pretty damn awesome singer at that. I mean, 80s, 90s, but that's okay. That's my kind of music. So, brother back from the dead's in the house. So hopefully everybody is getting ready for a nice weekend of gaming. And we got some great news to talk about. You picked a good night. To come on with us, Tony. We got some great stuff to talk about. But while we're waiting on Chris to join us, as always, to my left, 2 squares over, he is the man, the myth, the legend. He is in the game. It is Peter Heutink, HTK. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? So it was a long week. Good to be in a show so we can just relax, talk about gaming.
It was a long week.
Yeah, still going to be a long day. Still have to do stuff after the show. So,
all right. Well, we'll try to be succinct tonight and get in and out and that kind of stuff. But gotta thank you, Peter, man. You pulled me through some really rough week, man. It's not been a good week for the Stinger, and
hopefully I could get the sting out just a little bit.
Just a little. And it said that was weird. I was sitting all alone in another stream. Did you accidentally click
you probably went to the
to the M squared.
To the M square one. Yes, yeah, the same thing. That was the only thing that showed up, and it's like,
oh my goodness, brother Infinite, and there's Michael Garvey. Speaking of M squared, so I'll let it while we're still waiting on. I don't know where Chris is. He said he was on his way, and he's green, but he's not that green right now. So Michael Garvey is here. Michael Garvey and I are going to be launching a new monthly 1 hour, and I promised my wife too, 1 hour show on Saturday called M Squared. It'd be a little different from NLG in that we just have a bunch of different topics, and what we're going to do is we've got a main topic, we got kind of a main last topic, and then we're going to kind of spin the wheel on a bunch of like mini topics, and whatever the wheel lands on, that's what we're going to talk about. So I don't know how it's going to work. And it's going to be, more of kind of an open kind of discussion. So, obviously we're a gaming channel. We're going to talk some game stuff, but, other things might come up. Books, music, movies, shoot, the great things you want to talk about, politics and religion, all kinds of fun stuff. Then I get double banned on Twitter. So, okay, now Chris is like solid green. So let's try this again. So, but, Jeff Rule says need to talk handhelds. The third rail topics. That's exactly
handhelds.
It. So,
is the Switch a handheld or not? That's the question.
That's a great topic. Garvey, write that one down. That's Matt Byrnes in the house. All right, come on, Chris. What is going on? He's probably got an update or something on his feed.
Skype.
So, bored distracted, and Nile has joined the chat. See that there we go. These are my people. They all rallied around me when Osama Ben Dorsey banned me from Twitter. So, come on. You see that guy's beard that he grew? Have you guys seen like a current picture of Jack Dorsey? His beard is like, I'm trying to think it's like Dreadpool's. If you guys have seen Dreadpool lately.
Yeah.
No. I joke.
It will take me 50 years by that point. Social media has changed so much.
No. All right, here comes Chris. Here he comes. Hipster beard, yes. I know, we can hear you. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Turn your light on. When the lights
out here
go down in the city.
Oh, I like that it's a song about Europe. When lights go down.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, while Chris is getting himself together, so
see, that's the back. First fast, he's slow, and now fast back. Now let's put him back together.
So hey, the guys in the chat room.
Michael Garfield, Europe is amazing. Yeah.
I do want to thank everybody in the chat room. Most of you who caught the news that Twitter, for some inexplicable reason that I'm just going to check my email, have yet to tell me, and I guess they're not interested in telling me.
Dang. Yes, nothing.
Super
cheers,
brother.
Guys. Hit that like button. Share it out.
Love you, brother Incident. Love you, brother Infinite. So those who haven't seen it, Twitter, for a reason that I have no idea, has banned my Stinger NLG Twitter feed, and it looks like it's permanent. I don't understand why. It's mostly my gaming feed. Most everybody knows that I don't, I don't use it to, make statements about current events and getting big, knockdown, drag out fights with people on Twitter. I keep to myself gaming, talk gaming. And in fact, what was really weird about it was 2 a.m. Peter and I had just gotten off of a party chat where we were having a great conversation. Peter tweeted something to me. I replied. I sent a picture to Trinity Warrior that she was 5 gamer points ahead of me, and I was coming for her. And then I told Nile that I had a Plague's Tale locked and loaded and ready to go because I was going to start a Plague's Tale. And then all of a sudden, I went to go look at something, and it said, "You've been suspended." And I'm like, "What?" And yeah. Oh, it was Pong Soul. It was Pong Soul the whole time.
Dang, we knew it.
Okay, that's it, Pong Soul.
Are all over it.
You are now again third cousin twice removed, Pong Soul. You are no longer brother Pong Soul. But I unfortunately, it looks like I am off Twitter, except for the NLG feed, which will continue to. If you guys don't know the NLG feed, it's OG_NL Gaming. You can use that to make sure you keep up with all the stuff happening here on our show, and of course, I retweet news and stuff. But I want to thank a bunch of you have come over to our Discord channel and MeWe and have come to find me. And
MeWe sounds kind of weird.
I know it does, but
people with tiny MeWes and people with big MeWes.
But and I'm probably gonna make a MeWe page for us so that we people can see. Michael Garvey says MeWe is the new Wii U. Yeah. So I just but you guys coming and finding me on Discord, finding me on MeWe, sending me some really nice and encouraging messages, and then just coming and being part of the part of our NLG Discord family and that kind of thing. I always talk about how much I love my friends and the people in this chat and what they mean to me, and you guys showed it to me again, and I just I don't miss my I don't miss my Stinger Twitter. I don't. Because the people who have come and found me elsewhere and have picked me back up elsewhere, you guys are the ones that I want to associate with. You guys are the ones that I want to continue to be friends with, talk to, game with. That's it just meant a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. And this is a crazy time. No matter what you believe in, no matter what side of the fence you're on, if they can ban a gaming Twitter, they can ban anybody. So, I'm pulling myself off. It's funny, we talk about MeWe. I'm pulling myself off of Facebook. I'm not going to, even if I got my Twitter back, I'm not going to use it. Like I said, the NLG one, which you see scrolling across the screen now, will be our official one, so that you can know when who's coming on the show and that kind of thing. But and Xbox Live too. You guys can always find me on Xbox Live, find me on PSN. So anyway, I don't want to.
One comment I want to make is it's one thing you get banned, but not knowing what you violated. Yeah, to me that's the violation. Whatever rules they have, they can basically bullshit whatever they want to do. But if you don't know what it is, and there's no real process saying hey,
Well, they say there's a process. I appealed. I hit the appeal button. I put in the message. I put in my name. They sent me an automated message asking me to verify my email address, and that's it. And then I even emailed them, I think earlier today, and said, still waiting on something. Maybe it was the locked and loaded. I don't know. Maybe it, showing a, maybe my tweet to Trinity Warrior, was, I don't know, but not being,
or something in the past, and people jumped on you and started reporting that same thing, and who knows? You don't know.
I would say it's very unfair. My experience with it, they don't properly investigate. I've been banned from Facebook and Instagram, and I post the same content that I do on Twitter on those platforms: artwork, video game footage. That's about it.
Yeah.
And they send you the stuff back to delete, and it's just like artwork that I put up, and it's like people, I don't know, I guess some people just don't like you, man. You can't please everybody. They don't tell you who flagged you. They don't do a proper investigation, I feel. So it's like, fuck it. I don't get that much problems from Twitter. I have been in limbo in Twitter before, but they haven't gave me the harsh problems that I had with Facebook or Instagram.
That makes no sense. I mean, obviously I was following you on on Twitter. I never saw anything from from you that even came close. And it's just, we're in such this weird, crazy time, and
Tom probably pissed off both sides of the camp, Xbox and PlayStation.
Everybody. I mean, sometimes a fart gets you banned, so hey.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So I appreciate you guys letting me get that off my chest, and to thank you all, and let's get to some good stuff tonight. Chris, what's going on, brother man? How are you?
Lots of work. I didn't mean to wake up so late. I woke up at 6:50 and then I fell back to sleep. And I go, all right, I'm gonna get up a little bit, and then next thing you know, I wake up, it's 8:05. Oh shit! So,
there you go. Back says it's probably the Amico haters.
Yeah,
it's that anti-Amico crowd.
That's a rough crowd right there. But, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad Tone. Awesome to have you here. First time as a guest. So
thank you.
Always enjoy your gaming knowledge and gaming excitement on Twitter. So it's always have another fellow gamer around here. Yeah. Other than that, had fun playing Gears with you guys last night. So.
Oh yeah.
And a Hive Busters.
A little bit later. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, when we start, so I want to introduce Tony and talk about his gaming acumen before we get to the Lucasfilm stuff. I'm going to go I totally forgot to grab the hard drive off the Series X with our Hive Busters footage, so I need to go grab that so we can show a little of that later. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, man.
And definitely got more to go to finish that. Yeah.
No, brother
Once
Indy.
We got it going, right?
Oh, yeah, once we got it going.
As always, I'm always late to the game. Like it was down. These guys already had it downloaded, and I go get it started, and I'm like, why is it? I downloaded already, and then they told me, no, once you start it again, then you got to download it again. I'm like, shit.
Damn.
I didn't realize that. So once we get, other than that, it's been a good week. I finally Sunday, I finished the main mission in Cyberpunk the first time.
Nice.
So
nice.
Because what's cool about it, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but what's cool is that it gives you options to beat it. I think 2 different ways, or 3 different ways, and then I think you have 2, and then you have a 2 choices in the end or so. So it definitely keeps my interest to come back and do it again. And plus, of course, I have a shit ton of side missions. So
it's an awesome game.
Yeah, it is. And I've had the glitches here and there. Can be stupid, but overall, I think I've had 1 crash, and that was it. So y'all know how it is. You play a lot of these games, especially these big open world games. You're gonna have some glitches here and there. I don't think I've ever played a game that perfectly clean. I mean, remember back in the day, Halo. We played Halo and go online multiplayer. You always had these stupid glitches that we all try to exploit. So.
Yeah, come to the territory now.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Man, nothing is as bad as the UbiSoft games. Like Watch Dogs and stuff. My goodness. It crashes or it doesn't unlock achievements and other stuff. It's like a pain in the neck. I finally finished the story and got everything but 3 achievements, and 2 of them are glitchy, and then I thought to myself, I forget about it. Close enough to 1,000.
I just saw a patch for Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah,
that came out today, right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
So did
all of those. They're all patching right now.
Yeah, so Jedi Fallen Order finally, after I beat it.
Yeah, I should have waited, because I should have waited 2 months ago, right?
If I'd have known.
Yeah. Oh well.
Here's the Hive Busters, by the way. We'll run a little bit too while we're talking. This is just really good. So
I also had a glitch down there. All of a sudden, like I'm below the world. I see the clouds and I see the volcano, the lava, kind of, and that was it.
So you're seeing this from my vantage point, but the three of us are playing this, and it was fantastic. So we're not done. We're not done.
Are we halfway?
I don't know.
I don't know how many acts there are, or whatever they're called nowadays.
I get to hear. So and real quick, since Niall's in the chat, Niall, I am on chapter 4 in A Plague's Tale, and you guys are all correct. That's a pretty darn good game.
Mm-hmm. I never played it. I need to play it.
Yeah, you need
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's pretty good. It's very engaging once it gets started.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely one to check out. So I'll let this run so that people can see it while we're going. But so Tony, tell us all about yourself. What got you started in gaming? What's your gaming history, and what do you like to play? What's your the consoles, and if you did PC and all that stuff? We want to hear all the way up from small gaming Tony to today Tony.
I started off with Atari. My mom brought it home for Christmas, and that's how I started. It wasn't too. I was grateful to game, but I had no control over the games that I played. My mom would give me a game every Christmas. One would be tennis. I would like that, and some other stuff. But then she got me combat and stuff like that, and that was fun. And from there, I went from there to in television.
My man.
What's that? The Vet Tracks, the little TV with the controller at the bottom. I think that's what it's called. Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, the first PlayStation, the first Xbox. I just always gamed. I never like it is today. The way people fight, I don't see it that way. I just like the game. If I can afford it, I always have been able and blessed to have a PlayStation and an Xbox. So I never been prejudiced against a platform, because to me they can both be shit. I feel as gamers we don't get respected, but I'm going to buy what I want to buy and play what I want to play, and I enjoy it. So far, Nintendo, I had a GameCube. Hey. That's about it. Never had a Wii U or a Switch. I wanted to get that rumored like a PlayStation 4 Pro, like a upgraded Switch, a more powerful Switch, but they never talked about it. And that's about it. Yeah, it is, huh? But that's about it. I love game. PC, I have nothing against it, but I have a daughter. I'm a single parent, so I can't afford consoles and provide for her too, and PC. So hopefully in a couple of years I get into PC. So
you can barely afford the PlayStation and Xbox at the same time.
Right.
Oh man, so much overtime, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Same here. I mean, I'm waiting a little bit further before I jump on the PS5. So,
me too.
I was able to get my hands on the day one,
like the PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5, yeah, because all of a sudden they went on sale. It's like, oh, buy. It's like ask questions later, buy first. So I got it, and
I'm sorry, Sony messed that up, man. And we watched that conference, and then they said the next day, and then that night,
yeah.
My friend from GameStop called me like, "Man, we got pre-orders. You better come." I was like, "Nah, that's tomorrow." He was like, "You can wait tomorrow."
You don't want to wait till tomorrow.
I like, that's fucked up. They had 4 left when I came. I like, that's, I was happy, but I was like, damn, people gonna be pissed. And then that's how I was on Twitter. People were pissed.
People are still pissed for not getting their hands on it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's fucked up.
I mean, both like PlayStations and Xboxes is like it's be there at the right time.
Yeah, that's the way it seems now. Like if you just happen to be at Target or Walmart or wherever shopping for something else, you better go check in the electronic aisle, and there might be one there. You never know. That's the way it seems like people are getting it.
Mm-hmm. Probably all of a sudden you will find them like at a Costco too. All stacked up and like and nobody knows.
One day it get like that consistently. And just be able to just walk in there and get one.
I don't understand. I mean, it's just, I still think that they messed this up. I mean,
they messed up big time.
They should have allowed people to come into the store and buy them like at the big box stores instead of this weird, you can't come in and you can come in and buy everything else in our store, but console's COVID. I'm sorry. What?
Or just bring it to the car.
No.
There you bring it to the car. Right.
Bring it to the car. Pull up.
Right.
Give them your ticket and your email or whatever, and they bring it to you.
That's what Best Buy was doing, right? I mean,
they're still doing it, and
they are.
Yeah.
So. By the way, Pong Soul said, "Just imagine playing Fable in a couple of years with environments that look like Highbusters." Drool. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
to be honest, I hope it will look a little better.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's like I think it could be just a shading too in here, like the plants and stuff, to look a little grayish, kind of not as vibrant as and shiny as the armor looks.
I can get that. I see that.
It looks good, but I mean, it's like
Well, I see that, but hold on. But the impressive part for me. Hold on, let me get to the impressive part, and then we'll back up and do a little other stuff. But
you can see the shading on the trees, the bark. You see the leaves, the shades on.
Hold on, I gotta load up another video because I took video of the lava.
Oh yeah.
I mean
the level design is like awesome. I really love how we play.
Jeff Rule is asking, do you have to finish Gears 5 campaign before you be high? No. I don't think it's standalone, right?
Yeah.
It looks standalone to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Ultimate Game Pass. You can get it's like DLC, right? You can get this for free.
Correct.
In other words, it's like I forgot $20, I think.
You got a Game Pass, Tony?
Yes,
I know you play almost everything, but
even though I don't use it as much, person that buy games all the time. But I mean, when I do get a game from them, I always buy it to support the developer. On type of.
Good on you.
Do you game share with your daughter on Xbox or
shit? You need to show them that she don't want nothing to do with me on Xbox. She don't want me to sit there. Or on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeff,
that's probably safe, right? Or my daughter's on Twitter, but she don't say much. But
all right, I'll spare Jeff Rule. He was worried about spoilers. I'm a spare Jeff Rule since he hasn't played it yet. So, what kind of games? I mean, what kind of games do you like? What are you into when you're sitting down and getting ready to just relax and throw something in? What do you like?
Oh.
It's like I asked him a loaded question.
I like open world games. I like like some people say these new consoles, even though we're playing, we're not playing in games that's fully taking advantage, but I love gaming, man. I do see a difference. And I do get lost in games. I do get lost in Cyberpunk. Assassin's Creed. I do like to walk. I do like to explore. especially on these 4K flats, man. This shit looks fucking delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a good time. Man. I like to swim, to go to the bottom of the ocean and racing and watching replays, playing music in the background. I like open world games, co-op the most. Multiplayer, I'm not good at. When Xbox first came out, the OG Xbox, I stayed on multiplayer. I stayed on MechAssault. I stayed on Unreal. But now I'm 49. I don't feel like fucking with
Thank you.
So I like co-op or multiplayer in a private room with them. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the hold on, Dazzy. It's the car. It's not me. It's the car. He said, "Who can't do donuts?" It's the car. I'm blaming the car.
So I like RPGs, first-person shooters, racing games. MMOs, I'm not too good at.
Any sports games?
Oh no, I'm not good at sports at all. It doesn't matter what I tell you right now, but I didn't grow up with a father. So just me and my mom, and we was watching cartoons and James Bond and Bruce Lee and sci-fi.
Oh, there we
go. That's how I got into my stuff with my mom.
Your mom raised you, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but I didn't have the traditional Sunday, like majority Americans have. So I don't know shit about sports. But when I had money to waste, I used to buy ESPN. I used to let the computer play itself and just smoke to that shit. But then again, it was fun because it was arcade. Remember they had the first person mode? What was that? The 2K games, the ESPN games back in the day. And what was that? Sega Genesis? I believe they had a first person mode.
Which one had? I know what you're talking about. The 2K stuff. I mean, the 2K stuff didn't come around until the Dreamcast.
Yes. But Madden killed it, of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a whole other. Ugh. So
I think that was straight arcadey.
It still is. Still is. 2K is always 2K will always be the better series out of those. That's why EA doesn't. Well, that's why they don't make
football. It was fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's hard because you're just a picture. I can't see you talk.
That's true.
That's why EA doesn't even mess with basketball games anymore because they don't even try. So
I don't know what's up with EA, man. They can be so great. They're so greedy.
Joe Montana.
That's why I'm waiting for Amico to bring back those fun sports games. Because to this day, Super Tecmo Bowl is still my favorite football game. So.
I mean, nowadays they're so complicated, or they can be very complicated. Let's say.
I mean, I'd rather watch them live instead of playing a game that looks like it's live and it's too simulated. I'm like, I'm sorry, but
too analog.
Me and my brother
control, and it's like, dang, man, that's like all the combinations that you have to remember. It's like, unless that's the only game you play, it's like it's way too much for me.
Even my brother, who was in it a lot longer, he just recently. He didn't buy the last Madden, so he kept buying them every year. I think the last one he didn't.
Michael,
trying to get some more fun back into it.
I haven't played a Madden game in years.
Well, Madden and I think NBA, they had those the cards, and so as you play, you unlock them. But if you want, you can also buy them to unlock certain players, so you can have them on your super team, because sometimes when you're playing other people online on those games, they have all these super players, the greatest players of all time, and you don't have that card. So, and he got into it. He liked that, but after a while, it just got old for him.
Yeah,
we gotta bring the fun back into these sports games.
Yeah, well, that's
some. I mean, I get it. For some, it's fun, but for a lot of us that grew up with it, we kind of maybe we're burnt out.
That's why. I don't play the hockey games as much anymore, but I used to.
Okay.
But it's funny because back from the dead in the chat, he said exactly what I was thinking too. Was that NFL Blitz? Those games, I love those games. And if you like baseball, there was NFL Hits. There was an NHL as well that they had brought out. I mean, those games were awesome. And then EA did try to kind of emulate that with the Street series, which I thought wasn't bad. The NFL and NBA Street.
Yeah.
FIFA Street. Cool. The Bigs. That's what it was. Thank you, Jeff. It was the Bigs. So, I actually got a yeah, I know you can see it. This is one of my cool little tchotchkes from E3. Tchotchke. Actually, this wasn't E3. So, I was still doing the website, the NLG website, when NFL Street came out. EA sent this football that I've always had. It's actually nice. It's actually a nice football. So, yeah. But yeah, I feel you on that single player life, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed like the some guys Fun Speculation, Mav and his wife, and Pong Soul, who's in the chat, and some other folks back from the dead who's in the chat, and some other folks that might pop in later. Friday nights we usually jump on. Now I jump on with them and play some Halo, stuff like that, and I summarily get my ass kicked a lot. But it's fun to have.
Especially when 3-bit is in.
Yeah, when 3-bit's in, I just give up. But
that's fun when you play with that group of people compared to strangers that you meet online.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
But to me, they don't play right compared to who's in the room with you. Like you talking now, it doesn't matter if you lose. You just have to have fun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. To me, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's actually, it's funny you say that, because when Halo 5, Rocket League is a blast. Go game go, because anybody who wants to play Rocket League, just invite me. When Halo 5 first came out, and they had I forgot what it was called. It was Big Team Battle, and then there's like Wars. I don't think it was called Warzone. I think it was called something else, and it was more kind of squad based where you had objectives. And people would come in and join your squad and just go off on their own shooting everybody else. And it would be frustrating because they don't turn on their microphone, or they don't have a headset, and they ruin the experience for you.
Yeah.
So
same thing at Call of Duty too. You have so many people who don't do the objectives. It's like, I think the objectives need to be rewarded. Higher than than some questionable kills.
Yeah. No.
Talk to coordinate. That's what the mic is for, to coordinate.
Yeah. Indy Gamer says, "What's up, Tony?" He says, "Well said," too, by the way. So
thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Gaming keeps you. Gaming can keep you young. It can keep you sane. And with the right set of people, I'm a PvE guy. I'm like I said, with the exception of the Halo stuff, I'm happiest when, Chris, Peter, and I are running through that Hive Busters, or Peter and I the other night were playing Tetris Connected, and that's when I'm happiest, because then I'm with my friends. We're not, we're playing together. And we don't have to play against each other. And I think there's something. Hey, Daz, I'm going to win this race. You watch. Watch to the end. Watch to the end. Somebody's coming in first place in this race. I'm just letting you know that. So, Siberia, time to hang out with the wife. Later, gamers, have a great show. Thank you, brother Siberia. It's always great to have you in the chat.
Yeah.
Always great to have you when you can come in, brother. It's good to see you active again. It really is. So
he's gonna hang out with the wife. I mean, well, he's gonna go smoke one and then go hang out with the wife.
Grab a beer. So, all right. So, hold on. See now I want Daz to see who's gonna win this race. No, but you know, yeah, and it's funny. So I love that you said in television, because that's I was an Intellivision guy. What kid? I was an Intellivision kid when I grew up. Do you have you seen much about the new Intellivisions coming out in this coming year?
No, sir. But I have read about it briefly.
Oh, we're gonna have to. Article. We're gonna have to edge. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't. Hold on. Let me stop this video.
Yeah.
Maybe this wasn't the race. Hold on. I win. It just, you might not. Hey, let's just cut that video out right there. Just.
Well, you know, I like to say, hopefully, maybe Tone saw me tweet it here and there about the Amico. Maybe that's where he saw it, right? I'll give myself credit.
Yeah. That's why we follow each other and inform each other.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, we'll give you an update on the Amico. I mean, if you enjoyed. So here's the question: How old's your daughter?
She's 17.
Okay. Does she like the game?
Yes. That's how I raised.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm that the Amico for me is going to be kind of something that all my kids and I can play, because I got a 16, an 11, and a 6, and yeah, I know sometimes I get that reaction from people. And
I remember Ron Dilly Diss. I played that for oh man, trouble. My mom said catch me out sleep on the floor playing that. That was my thing.
Which one?
Tron Diddly Disc.
Oh my goodness. That yes.
What's up, Nicholas? Dobie?
And we're still so the idea behind the Amico is that it's going to be a mix of that kind of that retro reimagined stuff, and they're actually working on getting they're trying to get Disney to get on board to do a reimagining of that game. And do you remember Astro Smash?
I believe so. You have to describe it.
Maybe I can show it to you. Hold on. And here we go. See? He really is the first one. I have not. I was specifically not advertising it yet until Pete. So I want to welcome Pete as the first official member of the Friends of NLG group. We have opened up membership. It is only $2 a month if you'd like to be a member of the channel. We got a couple cool emojis. Pete, I got you check it out. I got you an Atari 7800 emoji. Pete's been telling me I need to do this, and he wanted to be the first, so I had to. He nudged.
He only joined because you brought up the Amico. If you didn't bring up the Amico, he would not have joined.
There he is.
There it is, the 7800. That is, I'm not kidding, Pete. That is for you. When I thought about.
Thank you, Pete, brother.
Thank you. So yeah,
look at it. Look at the little icon after his name.
Yes.
Little NLG.
Why the?
Oh,
there they go.
DragonHeartYOBY.
Coop and YOBY.
Thank you. And Infinite with another super chat.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Why the hell did you say it?
Appreciate it,
guys.
So
the idea is, so all of our NLG friends of NLG will be in our description and thanked in the closing video. So starting next week, the closing videos will have your names in it. And the idea is, to help us do some things, for the not just for the show, for to help us with Nihilator and his his streaming stuff and things that we want to do to enhance NLG and make us and make us better so that you guys have a better experience too. You guys are the heart and soul of what we do, and you guys, I love you guys so much. Look at this. YOBY found the
Super NES at.
YOBY found Mad Birds.
Thank you,
Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
YOBY has found the Dreamcast icon. So we'll be adding more. We'll be adding more as YouTube allows us to add. So since a bunch of you guys just joined us, we're gonna add some more stuff, and again, more things as we come along. So thank you guys so much.
I knew Coop. You see Coop? He put the Mustang icon.
Yep.
And then he put slow front. I knew that was coming.
The Mustang icon. Well, but now.
Real quick, shout out to because you were banned on Twitter. Daz wanted to remind you it was Daz. You missed Daz's birthday a couple of days ago.
Oh no! Happy birthday, Dazzy! Ah.
Yeah.
Damn it!
He's about 86 or so.
Okay.
Looks pretty good for his age. Yeah.
Thank you, Pong Soul, my brother. Now you're back to brother Pong Soul. Love you, man. No, I'm sorry, Dazzy. I didn't even know. Infinite. Don't worry, brother. You, Infinite. You have done a ton to support us, man. Don't be upset. You know, and you're Gamers United Guild, Infinite. You are definitely you're definitely one of us. See, I'm getting so choked up. I forgot I was looking for an Astro Smash video to show Tony. You guys.
You distracted here.
Bad.
Lots of squirrels.
All right, let's see. All right, so I'm gonna get a little past. We saw this last week, but so you'll look. This will look familiar to you. This should look familiar to you if you remember the old game. You're a ship on the ground, and asteroids and all kinds of crazy stuff's coming down at you, and you got to blow them away. So if you had this game when you had your Intellivision, this is the kind of stuff that the Amico is going to be doing. Taking a game like that and reimagining it and bringing it into the modern day. And it's all like couch co-op. So it's all couch co-op. And if your daughter likes to play games and she likes to play with you, this is like exactly the kind of stuff. And they've got licenses for like Missile Command and Moon Patrol, so there's a lot of older games, but then they're bringing some new stuff out too. So it's gonna be a really nice mix of things, and trust me, we've all pre-ordered one. We can definitely tell you all about this thing.
Okay.
So, and the guy who runs Intellivision now is Tommy Tallarico, who you may know that name if you play from some incredible music soundtracks from the 90s and early 2000s and stuff.
Oh, dang, I remember him.
Yeah, so he's a friend of ours, and he comes on every once in a while. And holy shit, it's Sean! Oh, Sean!
Yeah,
Man, Sean! Sean Foster is one of the original. He's OG. Well, he is the OG in NLG. When we were a website, and we were a pretty damn good website too. He was our Nintendo guy, one of the co-owners, and one of my oldest friends. Like of how old? What are we talking about? Like 25, 27, 30 years now. So, yeah, call me, brother. So he's down in Florida. He used to live up here. In Maryland, we used to, we need
to get Sean back on. It's been too long.
Yeah, he's got to come back on. We definitely got to get him back on. So, and Infinite, thank you, brother, for joining.
Infinite.
You are
about time you joined. I don't know why you took so long.
Yeah.
30,
you have to say his name 3 times,
years.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
30 years, man. 30 years.
Wow.
That's
So Tone, so your mom, I guess she supported you gaming, huh? I mean, she bought you your games and systems on birthdays and Christmas.
Yes. Up until PlayStation, when the first PlayStation came out, that's when I got back into gaming.
Sister
When
Lupa.
you started supporting yourself. Yeah.
You guys are all gonna make me cry before this podcast is over. Sister Lupa, thank you so much.
This is what we need. We need an emoji with
you gotta get a stinger crying emoji is what's coming next. Creeper. Oh man, Mike is the OG. He's done a lot for me. Yeah, you and I, Sean, did go back so much. So, that's remember, Chris and Peter. You guys remember that story I always tell about the E3 when Nintendo announced their console was going to be called the Wii, and you know how we were sitting there trying to figure out, sitting at a diner figuring out it was me and it was Sean and it was a guy named Dan, and we said like I remember the diner and I remember where we were sitting, and that's how far back we go as far as like NLG goes. He was with me at the beginning when the site was launched in 2002. When did the Dreamcast die out? So it was like 2002. So he was with me back then. So
yeah.
And
Dinero, you're always a member, brother. No matter if you sign up or not, everybody's a member.
Yeah,
you family.
Everybody.
Well, hey, just put an IOU in the chat once in a while when you come in.
That's right. The Dreamcast is not dead. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Dinero's a lifetime member. He remember the NOG logo.
One of the logos. Yep.
He should. Yeah. Him and Jay should be.
Yep. So. All right. Awesome. Yeah, we could show you much more. Trust me. So
yeah, Tony, I think you're gonna like this Amico. Once it comes out and you start seeing this, because I have a VIP edition pre-order, and Mike and Peter here, they have the Founders Edition. Had that wood grain. Yeah, old school wood grain look, like the Atari's had. I think even the television had that wood grain, right?
It did.
Yeah.
Brother Rich. Brother Rich.
You gotta have some bacon membership.
Yes, we do.
Richard.
Creeper! I didn't even see Creep. Oh my God, Creep snuck in like a ninja. What's up, Atari Creep? Man. All right, and Demon's in the house. What's up, man?
What's up, Demon?
So, hey, Demon, I did see. My wife showed me a tweet or two from you when you found out I was Twitter banned, and I wanted to say thank you for the kind words, man. I seriously, it was funny. My wife said, "If you want, I can tell him you're banned," because a bunch of people were like, "Did he deactivate his Twitter?" And my wife's like, "I could tell him you were banned if you want." So she never tweets, like, ever. So who was it who told me? Who was it who told me? That's the first tweet your wife's made in like 3 years.
Yeah, I think that was me.
Was it you?
Yeah.
So.
Careful, she might get banned just being your wife.
Right. Yeah, you guys might all get banned for being my friend. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So,
hey, well, if you get a knock on your door and a guy put a pillowcase over your head, that's the end.
Whoa.
Right. This is Osama Ben Dorsey get his goon squad to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some games. I know we talked. Let's get to some Lucasfilm games. So, this was a great little surprise to hit us this week. Let me pull up. I did grab the trailers for these. So it appears that Disney, the House of Mouse, realized it was time to get their collective gaming stuff back from EA and create Lucasfilm Games. So, Tony, I know you remember LucasArts, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And this brings me back to the kind of that age of LucasArts games where they had control. Now they're not publishing their stuff; they're going to farm out their licensing, but it looks like they have complete kind of control over what their stuff's going to be, and I'm thrilled because what's coming, and we'll talk about those in a few minutes because I've got those little teasers too. But what's coming is going to benefit gamers, I think, more than anything that I've seen in the last couple of years, and for a couple of reasons. So, Tony, you're our guest. Your thoughts on this new endeavor by House of Mouse?
I'm excited.
It's Jack. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, hang on, guys. Are we back? Let's see if we down go game goes and down goes Frazier. All right, let's see if we're back. Let me check. All right, I think we're back. Whew.
Everybody says back. Back.
Back. All right, sorry about that, guys. OBS crashed.
I hit refresh and I get an ad.
Nice. All right, sounds and looking good.
All right.
So, down goes Frazier. Oh my goodness, Cybergunter jumped in while we were there. So, all right.
Oh, you can't hear me.
So Tony, you were saying you're excited for this.
Oh yes, especially with the open world game they have. They're working with UbiSoft with, so I'm interested to see. I mean, the possibilities. Who knows what we're gonna be playing, especially with these consoles now. That stuff's gonna look good. It's gonna look delicious.
Yeah, you like Ubisoft games, like you like open world games. That Star Wars game from Ubisoft, that's gonna be a nice Ubisoft open world game for Star Wars.
Yeah.
In mind. Yeah. Now, we're probably gonna get some glitches. Maybe the save won't save right away.
But
overall,
Chivos that will not work correctly.
The game doesn't come out glitchy.
Yeah. But like you said, it's gonna look good. I can't wait. I love Ubisoft games, and now they're gonna do a Star Wars one. Hell yeah! Now I wonder what they're gonna do. Where in the Star Wars universe are they gonna? Do?
Wasn't EA working on an open world game with Amy? What's her name?
Amy Hennig. They were.
Yeah. They were. That didn't quite pan out.
That didn't. Yeah. They were supposed to have two, besides Battlefront, they were supposed to have two other games. I think it was EA Motive, and I can't remember the one studio that Amy Hennig was supposedly working with to do that. Because she was supposed to do like a kind of like an Uncharted type Star Wars game.
Yes, I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wasn't that the 1818 game? 1313. YOBY just said 1313.
Well, I don't know if she was working on that. That was LucasArts before they got sold to Disney. They were working on 13. It wasn't EA.
Welcome, Geeks with Cash.
Oh well, they played around now. The license is for anybody.
Yeah, that's the amazing part.
Yeah. I think that's good though, because then there's competition, so they each want to make their best game, and they're not getting complacent and other stuff, and squander their,
Yep. Now the Star Wars game wasn't. They didn't show much. I mean, all they really this was really all they did was kind of tease a little massive. Geeks with Cash. Yeah, that's okay. We're absolutely thrilled to have you in the chat tonight, brother. So this is all we got. So now, massive entertainment. I mean, that's Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yeah, they have experience.
Yeah.
Now we get bullet sponges.
Yeah. Right. Instead of the dark side, it's the dark side zone.
Yeah, dark side zone.
But I mean, can you imagine what they could do with the Star Wars franchise?
Oh man, I can't even imagine. Open world.
Yeah, this is a dream, right? I mean, we've been wanting more Star Wars.
Yeah.
Since Grand Theft Auto.
Finally. Sorry, what was that, Tone?
No, I said since Grand Theft Auto 3, when we went into that open world, well, for me, console.
Yeah, I agree.
Just imagine, you couldn't imagine, how advanced things are now. Good Lord.
Yep. And you got a taste of that with Jedi Fallen Order. It wasn't totally open world. It was kind of that God of War / Tomb Raider open world-ish kind of thing. So imagine getting even farther out.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game environment.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It is. So I imagine that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was like Geeks with Cash was saying, we've seen so many Jedi stories. We want to see more like Star Pilot, Smuggler, Bounty Hunter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just endless. There's so many things that they can do.
Yep.
Of course, Mandalorian. Who's going to do it? You got to have Mandalorian. That thing has been popular. Everybody wants more Baby Yoda. We want more, we want more Mandalorians. So it'd be interesting to who. And of course, we want more Star Wars, but I don't know about you, Tone. Did you ever play KOTOR, Knights of the Republic on 360?
That's what YOBY wants.
If you ever got into those. Yeah, I want another KOTOR.
I played it on the OG Xbox, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
It's
a backup hat, so you can always check them out
in 4K.
Yep. So Cyber Gunter's with you. He wants a Baby Grogu game. So this is
hey, now we need to get Tommy. Tommy needs to get on that bandwagon. Let's get some old school Star Wars games on the Amico.
Well, they could get past. They could maybe get back to maybe they can head up some of the Lego stuff, because the Lego Star Wars stuff is huge.
Yeah.
So it's funny. It's interesting because I was doing some digging, and Bax says he wants a Dark Forces Jedi Knight remake. I would love a continuation of that.
What game was on PC? Was it something called Dark Forces?
There was Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Let's see what year.
Yeah, the Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Early 90s, maybe.
Yeah. The Dark Forces. It was there was Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and those came out on Xbox. But Dark Forces,
hey,
Dark Forces 2.
My coworker Necromatic83 is in the chat. And he just talked bad about no more Star Wars. He needs to get out. You're out.
Yeah. Jedi Knight came out in 1995.
Wow.
Yeah. Dark Forces was a great game. Another Shadow of the Empire type game would be good too. Remember that for the Nintendo 64. So, check Discord. But I was reading that I'd read an article this afternoon that kind of pointed me towards EA saying in 2013 that they had a 10-year agreement with Disney for Star Wars. So something massive had to happen for this to break that. Because this is huge.
I think they can make more money doing what they're doing now than messing with EA.
Mm-hmm.
I think EA play too much during the microtransactions with some of the games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the backlash on that Battlefront, and
oh man,
and of course we didn't get those other two open world Star Wars games, whatever they were making. That never happened. But we did get Respawn did bring us a good Star Wars game.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
I hope that they get a chance to do a second Jedi Fallen Order. So
yeah, and they might. I mean, EA says they're still going to be doing games.
They say we're working on it.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna. Sorry to squirrel, the conversation, but Infinite just sent me something in Discord. I'm getting the wheel of names started here. Thanks to Brother Infinite, folks in the chat. Those of you who signed up today to be friends of NLG, I'm going to put you in the wheel, and whoever the wheel lands, he is going to buy you an NLG shirt.
Damn, man. You're awesome, brother.
Telling you, man, people trying to make me cry before the end of the show. The generosity and the Jago.
I get it easy. It's not hard to make you cry. Come on.
I know. But people, in this world today, where all this shit's going on, and just to have good people around us like this, it's hard to it's sometimes there's light at the end of the tunnel, and a night like tonight helps me feel it. So hang on a second.
Back from the dead? I hope so.
What do you say? Oh, a Kyle Katarn into Mandalorian?
Yes, he's a. If you ever read a lot of the extended, Star Wars books, Kyle Katarn he's an awesome Jedi. He worked his way through the streets of Coruscant.
The mean streets of Coruscant.
Yeah, mean streets. Now, this is my Star Wars geekiness coming out. And then he ended up coming across Luke. Luke brought him into the academy. And this is an extended, book. So it'd be cool to bring him into the canon now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on. I'm putting people into the wheel here, and then I'll show the wheel. Tell you what, if anybody else wants to join the channel, I'll hold this until after we finish this this subject, and then we'll spin the wheel. Go brother Jeff, because Jeff, as soon as you hit 1,000 subs, and as soon as you have membership, I'm joining yours too. So, that's SuPRCooPR says take his name off. He's already got a shirt. So thank you for that.
He's got the boxers too.
Boxes?
I didn't know they had boxes. No.
He's got that. Yeah.
So the other thing, and this is more. So I love me some Star Wars. Anybody else? Any other thoughts on the Star Wars games that are coming? I don't want to. Sorry, I didn't want to.
Yeah, but I like Star Wars games, the movies, especially the old ones. I wasn't a big fan. I didn't really resonate with me, or was never exposed to those when I was little. So
you weren't raised right. Sorry.
But the games I always liked, so that's good.
The Dreadpool.
Brother Dreadpool. Okay. Now, so the other game.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Real quick, I'm super excited for
yes, please.
The Star Wars expansion. I mean, look, back in the day when we were kids growing up, we did get Star Wars games. But once I think once the prequels were done, we did get a couple of Star Wars games, from the prequels, on 64. But after that, it kind of, we got KOTOR, a couple others, but you really didn't get a lot, right? Some of the games were on PC.
Exactly.
But after KOTOR, really didn't get much. And then, then we got the Battlefronts. Those were great. And then we got them back again. But I'm glad to see that they're working with multiple publishers, multiple studios that had their own way of doing these games. And now that we can get more Star Wars, more, lore, the Star Wars lore, like someone was saying, besides just Jedi, we need to get a Mandalorian game. Hopefully they can bring back and get that 1313 back on board and, get someone to work on that.
It'll look good.
There's so many, like I would like to see Obsidian because they did KOTOR 2. So it would be great if there could be something there. Maybe they could do the next KOTOR game and work. And I remember the other day in Twitter, someone had brought up, who else do you think from, Xbox? I brought up maybe Ninja Theory, and that I would like to see Ninja Theory do maybe a dark, because Hellblade is a dark game, right? There's a lot going on. I could see them doing a Sith, where, either, maybe do a Vader or maybe a Darth Bane. Even Darth Bane's apprentice was Darth Reign, and she was awesome. It would be cool if they did a dark Star Wars game, nice combat, good story, initiative. Of course, they're just now showed us what the game from Initiative they just announced.
Perfect Dark. How do you forget that one?
I would like to see them do a Star Wars game. It could be kind of like, how they're doing Perfect Dark. We got guys there that worked on Tomb Raider. There's just so much.
Yeah, let them first come out with a game first so we can see what they have in store.
I know.
This is true.
Huge talent. I want to see.
I know.
You have the talent there. So
they have to deliver. They have to deliver.
They have to. I mean, if they don't, now what's the? Yeah. But it's the same thing with the.
Still get shit on. So.
Now, I mean, as much as I'm excited for Star Wars, the announcement that really got my attention was this. And at first, you're thinking, all right, maybe Bethesda's got some sort of Uncharted game kind of going. And then you hear the music and the da 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 and the hat and the whip, and I was done. I'm usually not that worked up over a teaser, but just the thought of Indiana Jones coming back and what that could be like is I'm just so hyped. And Machine Games, the Wolfenstein people, how in the world?
The gunplay is going to be good.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am hoping.
And he fought Nazis too, so it fits, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's right in that wheelhouse. But you know what's funny? Because when we were talking that one evening, late or morning, whatever it was, we were talking about Indiana Jones. It's like, remember like LucasArts and the Indiana Jones, and we were talking more about the point-and-click adventure games.
Yes,
like Fate of Atlantis and stuff. But it's like, it's so great. And then the next day,
boom,
see this. It's like, holy cow!
It's like they were listening to our party chat.
I think so.
So this is this is being developed,
including Jack, and then he said like banned.
Yes. So not only is Indiana Jones being developed by Machine Games, but Todd Howard, I believe I read, if I read it correctly, I know he's involved. I think he's writing a story for it.
Yeah, he's involved.
So yeah. I am this to me could be one of, I mean, obviously we're probably looking at 2022. So, good night, Brother Nicholas. Now that you've moved closer to me, we got to get together.
Do you think that Howard, he's now in a position to write the story because they're selling the business to Microsoft, so he has more time to focus on that kind of stuff?
Maybe. So, and of course,
and this hasn't been in the work, lately, right?
How long has it been in the works? We don't know.
So
yeah, but obviously, who knows? Maybe a year.
All right, so
maybe they knew about it. All
right, he is. So Todd Howard is executive producing the game. So, and it'll be okay. So I'm looking at the tweet. His original story. So Peter, kind of like Emperor's Tomb, or for us, got
this puppy after got this puppy.
Yeah.
The OG Indiana Jones game.
Something like Tomb. Something like Fate of Atlantis, So Machine Games executive produced by Todd Howard, and as Pong Soul said, Phil confirmed that Todd held the announcement specifically for Phil's birthday. They should have held it for Dazzy's birthday if they're going to do anything.
That would have been too much yellow for his.
Sure, they did. They held it for Daz too.
So now, Pete Hines, who's the head of PR there at Bethesda, did also he also said that Todd Howard is still working on other, he's executive producer on other things as well. So his main focus is directing Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6. And he says, which are not affected by today's news. So, he's probably, a producer, executive producer, and a director, kind of two different things. So he probably, he's going to keep his eye on this game and produce it and make sure it's, good. But directing, his voice is going to be what's pushing and moving Starfield and TES 6. So Machine Games will direct the game. So, but this is,
Yes. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be great to see once they start showing this gameplay.
Yeah,
showing this stuff. Yeah.
And even when I played this OG game, it's so awesome.
It is.
This whole adventure stuff. The shooting mechanics is like kind of archaic, by shooting by pressing the A button to shoot. It's almost like your Greedfall. Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
So I guess, like Star Wars, did all of us here go to the movies and watch Indiana Jones? Y'all remember going to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark back in the day, in the early 80s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But does that movie still hold up, though?
Raider?
I think they do.
I'd say the one that holds up the most is Last Crusade, because that one was the most...
Are they on Disney Plus?
No.
Why not?
They're not?
No, because I don't know why.
Wait.
Maybe.
Are they? No, I thought they weren't. I thought once they bought Lucas.
You know why? Because even though Lucas made those games, those movies are actually still owned by Paramount. So
maybe they're on Netflix then.
They could be. So here's I wanted to show this to you guys. I know I've shown this before, but in honor of in honor of the new Indy game, I wanted to show you guys some E3 footage that I took way back when of an announced prototype of an Indiana Jones Xbox 360 game that never made it. But it was really cool because at the time they were showing off these mechanics. LucasArts.
I remember that.
Yeah, LucasArts at the time was working on their new physics engine, and it was supposed to be based on real ragdoll physics and stuff. So, I was at this was, I can't remember which E3 this was. I think this was 2005 or 2006, one of the two. And
like a mafia game.
Yeah, but they were showing sort of that physics engine for the game, and it was really cool. It was really neat what they were doing, and it just reminded me of what could be like today with an Indiana Jones game. So.
Oh yeah, like Tone said on the nice 4K tasty. Yeah. 60 frames.
Oh
yeah.
That's where we at now.
Oh yeah. Oh. I also got one. So a more interesting video is probably except getting hit in the face with a bottle. Oh yeah. The whole idea was, I forgot what the name of the physics engine was that they were working on, but the idea was, so watch when he throws them through the door. This is what they were talking about, like the splintering of the door, how, there was supposed to be this realistic kind of movement when you, of objects. I can't remember. Somebody in the chat room is gonna remember this. I can't.
How long ago was this?
This was 2000 and... Hang on, I'll tell you in a second when this video was made. This video... Oops. It's funny. It's so old that it's a WMV, back when I was doing Windows Media.
But the physics are looking pretty good. I mean... Yeah.
May 5th...
You look at the door, it's still smashed.
Yeah. So I took this video on May 5th, 2015.
Okay.
That's how old this so this was no, not 2015. That's when that's when the last time I copied it from our old server. I don't rightly know when this video was. It's either 2005 or it's 2006. It's one of those two, because this is an Xbox 360 prototype. So here they were showing this where you could, where the yeah. And he's hanging on.
Going on. Yeah.
I know. This game never really came out, which was, but this is something that you could do now,
Yeah.
This is old camcorder footage, by the way, boys. Some of these guys in the chat might not know what a camcorder is. Niall might not know what a camcorder is. He's young.
Back in the day, you could buy those those VHS tapes that people were recording in the movie theaters.
Yeah. So here's another.
Yeah, work was selling.
So here's. Let's try this again. All right, I think we're back. Let me see. Hold on, we're almost. Let's see. We're waiting to get back. Stop. There we go. We're back again. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with OBS tonight, but it's when I'm, for some reason, if I switch videos too quickly, it seems to not like that. So, what I wanted to show you guys was this. See, your membership will help us with improving our OBS. Yeah, the old school. So I don't know if Sean Foster is still in the chat, but shout out to Mr. Foster because he designed that logo. And I remember when he came to me and he said, "Hey, what if we made the E and the L backwards?" And I was like, "That doesn't sound right." Until he showed it to me, and I'm like, "That is unusually crazy that I can totally make that out as level, but it's backwards. But I don't. It's like your eye doesn't." So anyway, Sean Foster made that. That is his design. Anyway,
Nice.
So this was the Nazis are chasing him down a trolley. So actually, this is Chinatown.
San Francisco.
So, yeah, it's either San Francisco or San Francisco. So I'm sorry, the Chinese mafia, because he's in Chinatown. So it wasn't the Nazis in this one.
The Yakuza?
Could be. Well, you remember at the beginning of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
So you see he's kind of so this was the kind of stuff that they wanted to do, back in the mid 2000s. So imagine what they could do with a next gen indie. I mean, this makes my mouth salivate for what could be.
That's true.
So, man, yeah. So this is a good start for Lucasfilm, and of course, more stuff is, I'm sure, coming. I like that idea. Ooh, I like that idea of Obsidian, or In Exile rather, making something. Compulsion doesn't have anything going on right now. Maybe they can make the Mandalorian.
Oh no, they're working on a game.
Oh. All right, so good stuff. Lucasfilm, looking forward to all their good stuff. I really am.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's cool that they're finally taking, the success that they've had. Whether you like the sequel movies, which but with Mandalorian, Disney Plus, and they got all this stuff they want to do for Star Wars in the next 10 years. It's cool that they said, you know what, we need to have control over the games. We need to do more, and I think they, especially this last year, you saw during the pandemic how more people were gaming. The gaming market has just grown. It keeps growing. It's bigger than movies and music, possibly together, and so it makes sense for them to say, you know what, we need to get in control of this, and let's get this done right, and not make a shitload of money on their games, on that property of Star Wars. So it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Oh. Okay, so let's move forward as we're getting on 1041. I'm going to head over as Brother Infinite wants to do this, and again, I'm overwhelmed. We have our opening 8 friends of NLG, our new members, and so if you we pick your name, then Infinite is going to hook you up with a brand new NLG shirt. And if Coop wins, he said a mug or whatever else he wants. So
I think he wants to know where.
Yep. All right, so Infinite, I'm going to shuffle the list a little bit. And then here we go. I'm going to click and spin the wheel. The winner is...
Oh,
YOBY!
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
right,
DragonHeartYOBY. brother, thank you so much. And again, Infinite, I don't know what even to say, man. You just such a great heart and such a great guy, and I can't tell you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. And Yobi, hopefully you will enjoy that shirt. They are nice shirts, I have to admit.
No, they are. They got hats. Well, I guess the shirts are on Redbubble.
Yeah, the hats are on Redbubble. The shirts are on. I'm sorry. No, the shirts are on Redbubble.
And hats are on Teespring, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Graphic God Jay. This stuff. This has nothing to do with the Jay. He does all these designs, and he has all this stuff. It's all available on the Redbubble and Teespring. You can go on there and find it. So you can buy it at any time. So. Oh,
Yobi. So Yobi says, how about this? I'll pay it forward. Let's do this again next week. Shirt will be purchased by me to anyone who wins. That's awesome, man.
You're awesome, Yobi.
This is our community. This is our community. This is our community.
I saw that Annihilator. You got an awesome.
Yeah, your pick, man. Logo. Yeah, you got to get that up on your. You got to get that up on your YouTube thingy there too. So I know, man. I'm definitely gonna cry this episode. I was just so overwhelmed by you guys. Okay, Peter, you're up. This next thing is yours. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the screen so you guys can hear any parts of the video I'm gonna play. I admittedly did not really get a chance to see this like I thought, but Peter, I'm gonna let you set this up while I get the video going.
Sure. Yeah, so Cyberpunk came out with their apology video. Sabi, like they're so sorry for everything that went down especially on the console side, with people's expectations that were not met, and kind of, knew that there were issues, kind of threw the QA team a little bit under the bus, but they thought they could deliver the game in a better state than they did. And that said, they came out with a bit of roadmap of when can we see the patches, as well as the next gen console enhancements. And next gen console enhancements are scheduled for the second half of this year.
What?
So that's kind of like, man, a lot of people at that point have forgotten about the game.
So they were just going to wait. They didn't start it yet, waiting for the patch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I rarely started a story, so I'm definitely gonna wait. Also, the more bugs they fix and issues, and then if I can play with the enhancements, then great. But it's a little disappointing, but I'd rather have the enhancements kind of like a less buggy than what they delivered on the consoles so far. So, but at least they are supporting the game, and at least they have some announcements, so they don't go completely No Man's Sky. What was it? Hello
Games. Hello Games.
Hello Games. Yeah. Hello Games style, where they were like completely silent. So.
And it took them a while a couple of years, right, to get it to where they want it now.
And
like Mike brought up, maybe the next gen consoles were, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're a year too early. Because like Cyberpunk and a lot of these games that came out this fall, they were not made for the next gen all enhancements. I mean, they were made for the current gen, but to sit there and try to optimize for multiple consoles and plus
it's
next-gen
super
enhancements,
ambitious.
none of these games, we've seen that with, Watch Dogs. Well, Watch Dogs did a pretty good job having some of that ray tracing already in there.
I mean, Watch Dogs looks gorgeous.
It does.
Except they have the save bug, which should have been fixed, emergency instead of anything else.
Yeah. So, and like maybe Pong Soul said, Cyberpunk is my game of the year. Maybe they should just stop talking. The more they keep trying to explain and this and that, sometimes it makes it worse. I don't know.
But I watched enough of this. I didn't see the whole thing. I watched enough of it to watch this guy who also looks like he's gonna cry. He did say, to his credit, don't blame my staff.
Right.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't. You're only being told what to do. They're there working overtime, heads down, just trying to get this game done. This is on management. How they handled it. So, but Tone, did you play You played Cyberpunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you waiting? Yeah.
But I played it on the Xbox Series X. I didn't, play it on last gen.
Yeah, me too.
There's nothing wrong with it though, but I didn't have any problems like a lot of people had. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
So you played it on which console did you play it on, Tony?
For Xbox Series X.
Okay, all right.
I think the only problem I had was when I first played it, it hurt my eyes, so I had to turn the HDR off. And other than that, you see, it does have bugs. You see it.
And,
it hasn't hindered me from playing or anything.
No. Yeah, me neither.
And that's what matters. I know we talked about it when it first hit. We still don't know. I think too that this is this also to me looks like a kind of stave off from what we think is going to, remember there was there's a report that the investors might sue CD Projekt Red. I think this video speaks to them too. Because don't blame, again, don't blame the development staff. Blame us, blame the management, blame the head, which is, I think, is an honorable thing to do. If you're gonna fall on the sword, fall on it. And I think they did that, judging by what you said there, Peter. So kudos to that. But now, you guys that have played it have all said the same thing coming from the Series X, that while there are bugs and things, it still plays incredibly. So does the next gen console update matter as much for you guys?
For me, I'm a graphics whore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I when it comes out, I'll definitely jump back in. The game is, you could beat it. You could replay this game several times and have a different outtake. You can change your character. You can go different routes, different decisions, and the ending has multiple ways of beating it. So hey, when it comes out, it's people. I know it's going to be later in the year, but I know other games are coming out, but that doesn't mean it's not, hey, don't sit there and say, oh no, this should have came out in 1800. No, this game is worthy to play again or if you want to wait, like AssassinLupa says, she'll wait, and that's fine. There's plenty of games to play until then. So, but definitely, if you haven't played it yet, you do need to play this game. You like these open world games? There's so much going on in this game. The open world, like Tone, like he, like him, the Grand Theft Auto, right? The open world, and GTA 5 looks great, but man, this, of course, Cyberpunk came out later, Yeah, just so much going on in that city. It's just very ambitious game, and a lot going on. I know it's not easy to, optimize and keep all that stuff stable, but I think overall they did a good job. But yeah, I'm sorry, but if I was still on OG Xbox or PS4, there's no way I would be like, yeah, I don't know if these consoles can handle that. I'll wait until I get an upgrade. But it does suck for them if they did get it and it wasn't playable. So I can understand that frustration. But yeah, I'm sorry, but you can't try to something like this. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Though on the flip side, what are the up? Did they say, Peter, in the video? Did he say what the upgrade was?
Scout P.
I don't know.
Each playthrough, my
I don't recall. I don't think he did, but.
All right, because the reason I
watched
say
this while I was cooking, so.
I think we're already on Hotfix 106. I think that's the last.
Yeah, I think so.
It should be the last one. So the patch 1.1 and 1.2. I think 1.1 should be coming here sometime this month at the end of the month, and then 1.2 is in February.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, who knows after that? But they know there's the glitches here and there. The driving is okay. It's not the greatest, right, Tone? I mean, but this is the first time that.
At all.
No, but
if you want a driving game, you go, Forza or Gran Turismo or something,
Yeah, but you look at Rockstar, it took them a few. Driving in GTA 3 wasn't the greatest either. It takes several years to finally, master that and get it a little bit better optimized. But over time, I like to see.
CD Projekt Red did a good job. This to me is their first open world, like modern futuristic.
Yeah.
Look the way they play, man. I'm impressed. I'm sorry they going through shit they going through, but man, this game.
Yeah.
It's nighttime when it rains, foggy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looks good at night.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The motorcycles, you got different vehicles. Like I went through this cave, and then all of a sudden I stopped and I found this awesome looking supercar, and I was like, damn. So they're just,
The race something. Yeah, I got it from there too. Exploring.
Yeah.
And the inside of the cars are detailed.
Oh, yes. Yeah. They did a good job with that. And you can go first person, third person, driving. And the characters in this game, the mocapping, the CG, when you go into the cutscenes, it's great.
Yeah.
The acting and everything, it just not just the main mission, but the side missions, they're just as good or just as big sometimes as the main mission. So
they did good to me, that first open world like that. Besides The Witcher, with the volleys and stuff, but my mind was blown. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
it's good that they're showing this roadmap, and I think they're trying, like you said, they're apologizing. They're trying to save face a little bit. Like you brought up about their investors. Their investors aren't happy, and even the Polish government. I don't know how true it is, but supposedly something came out that they said, hey, these patches better come out on time, because the Polish government did invest and CD Projekt Red. So it is a kind of a government investment for them, and they want to see them succeed. They don't want to see them getting all this backlash.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, which I looking at this too, as it stands today, this game still isn't back in the PlayStation Store, right? So
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So
No,
so this, how much of this is geared towards getting back into the store? Maybe that's why they're pushing the next gen stuff far, into the back end of the year to get this thing, because they're not selling this game right. I almost guarantee you, this game sold at the beginning. Now this is what's funny. The game sold at the beginning before all this mess came down. I mean, we heard the stories, we read the stories about, despite all of this, that Cyberpunk sold a boatload of copies at the beginning, even with
8 million pre-orders, I think.
Yep, and 13 million copies at launch, and that includes the returns. But the game currently can't be bought on one of the major stores of the two. So
digitally, you can still buy the physical.
You can, but who is really buying those in bulk in COVID times?
You can still buy them through Amazon, and I think GameStop delivers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Best Buy, they chuck it in your trunk.
True.
Yeah.
But you have to think that not being in the store is hampering their sales. I mean,
yeah.
You have to say that. So
I'm sure, yeah.
So does getting those two patches out, 1.1, 1.2, is that built for getting them back in the store?
I have no clue.
For their sake, I hope so. I mean,
sit back and play them.
Yeah. I usually hit these thought-provoking questions, Tony.
No, it's just mind blowing because
we haven't seen this before.
Games launched worse than the state of Cyberpunk, and they didn't put them through this. They didn't pull them from the store and start investigating. This is nothing new with buggy games. Not saying that it should be accepted, but it's it's a shame they didn't treat the others like that. If you're gonna go for Cyberpunk, go for the rest of them. I done lost money on games. I had purchased games that never been patched. So, if I did investigation, I lost my money.
True.
So
that's true.
Funny.
That's true.
That's funny.
I think it's partially also on Sony because their refund policy, like an Xbox, you can buy a game, digitally, and it's very easy to get a refund as long as you didn't play for hours, and I think it's like less than or less equals 2 hours within the first 2 weeks or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you buy it, but Sony in the PlayStation Store doesn't have any like that, so that's that's probably why they said, okay, we're not going to sell it, so people don't come at us and asking for a refund.
Right. No, yep. That is.
So Sony they threw CD Projekt Red under the bus, right? Instead of them wanting to do refunds, they just took it off the store. I mean, I know it needs to get fixed, but doesn't it play a little bit better on PS4? OG PS4 than the OG
but barely.
Xbox One?
Yeah, but barely.
Yeah.
So the other reason I asked you guys about the console update, the next gen console update, and whether or not that matters to you is because Jedi Fallen Order also updated today, right? They brought out their their update today. And I'm going to show you guys what that update looks like, because be honest with you, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed enough. Let me put it this way. I'm not impressed enough to go running around and playing it again. Even though, I mean, I got the 1,000 on it, but here's basically, for those of you, I'm going to make the screen a little bigger so you guys can see the text. So basically, this is all they've done. All right, so improved frame rate on the Series X, PlayStation 5, XS, improved dynamic resolution ranges for a higher resolution experience on XS and PlayStation 5, improved post-processing resolution for Series X and PS5, not Series S. No, it's fine. So here's the thing. So the Series,
just resolution,
yeah, the Series S frame rate's been increased from 45 to 60 FPS. And as we know, the Series S is not a 4K box, so it's probably going to stay in that 1080p, maybe 1440. I don't know what the base resolution of the S version is. But the Series X performance mode, frame rate has been increased to 60 frames per second, which, I mean, it was already. And then dynamic resolution added in a range of 1080p to 1440p. So basically, except that it goes up to 1440p, that's not much. And you don't know what that dynamic resolution, where that's going to.
That's performance mode, though, right?
That's performance mode. Yeah. So in normal mode, post-processing has been increased to 4K. So in normal mode, the Xbox One X and PS Pro, I think Pro, was already in 4K. So now the post-processing has been increased to 4K. Dynamic resolution goes from 1512 to 2160p. Now, if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, you don't get a non-performance mode. You get frame rate's been increased to 60 FPS, so you get the performance mode here. Post-processing increased to 1440p. Dynamic resolution has been disabled and the game is rendering at 1200p, up from 810 to 1080p. You get screwed, basically. This is your next, and this is my point. This is your next-gen update for the biggest Star Wars game that's currently out. How do you get excited for the next-gen update for Cyberpunk if you guys are already like listening to you guys talk about Cyberpunk and its details? Sounds like it already has. Sounds like it's already updated for next gen. What else are they going to
do? But they said, like in Cyberpunk, you have multiple multiple endings of the story, different, the way you start the story, and with Jedi Fallen Order, you only have one. It's the story, Yeah. So it's like replayability is not as great as Cyberpunk.
No,
Mike,
but any improvement is always better, if you have more,
Yeah, but if I hadn't played it before, I played it on Series X.
Well, that's what I mean. If you had played it on last gen first and then saw it with these updates, maybe it would have been a bigger, thing for you. Like, oh, okay, I see the difference. But I mean, but the Series X, even though it wasn't, they didn't have these enhancements on it, it's still, the Series X is capable of doing a good job, playing these games at a, kind of, I guess it, like you said, like it forced it, right? Didn't it force it to 60 on its own, or without being optimized?
No, the performance mode on that game, even on the One X, was always kind of that 60 with 60 frames per second. So, but what happened was it dropped the resolution to 1080p. So now what it's basically saying is it could be between 1080 and 1440 and be 60.
Yeah.
So we're not getting you're still not getting 4K 60 on a game that was really developed for previous gen consoles. That's my point. That's my point. Is what are you guys? So let me ask you this: what are you expecting from a Cyberpunk next gen update? So, given what it is now, and you guys could tell me, is it 4K 30? Does it have a performance mode?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Probably drops it down to 1080 60, right?
Not sure.
I don't know.
It doesn't really tell you that on the console side. Maybe Coop and chat, whoever it's played on PC. Well, of course they can multiple ways, but yeah, I never really noticed that. And honestly, I never messed with it. So automatically it was already set on performance. So I'd rather have the higher frame rates, even though I got a 4K TV, so it doesn't matter to me. It still looks great. But I need to go back. I need to change it to the resolution mode to see the difference.
Okay.
To really, maybe tone. I don't know. Did you mess with any of that on the Xbox Series X?
Good night, Brother Niall.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, while we're waiting to see where Tony went, good night, Brother Niall. Please don't forget, Niall is heading up our NLG stream team. He is streaming various games over on our Twitch channel. He was doing Sniper Elite the other day. He did the 2020 Game of the Year, Last of Us 2, and he'll be doing more stuff as we go along. All right.
I think what I want to see on the next gen update is just a little bit more stabilization as far as, because there's a lot going on. You got all kinds of lights going on. You got videos and, because the world is alive, right? You got all kinds of stuff. I think with the next gen enhancements, it'll be able to stabilize and of course enhance all that stuff, while you're playing. I've seen a little bit of it, now that we've done the whole, we haven't seen everything on ray tracing. I mean, it was impressive in Watch Dogs. I think there's a little bit, you see a little bit of that in Cyberpunk, where they simulate that, because during nighttime, it looks pretty good. You can see the lights from the city on the street, if it's raining and stuff like that, you can see some of that. I'm sure that will look better on next gen enhancements. And to me, it doesn't matter if I'm playing in performance mode or not. But I'll switch back and forth and see, maybe, really get an idea of that difference.
Okay. Tony, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back, sir.
All right. So what are you expecting?
From Cyberpunk or from this year?
From the upgrade, the Cyberpunk upgrade.
I think I'm gonna keep faith with CD Projekt Red. I think they're going to deliver. I mean, look at it now. I just imagine what it look like, what it's supposed to on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Mm-hmm.
I keep faith with them. I mean, because so far they haven't let me down. So, but yeah, I think they're going to deliver.
And they did a good job on Witcher 3. Witcher 3 had a lot of issues in the beginning, and over time.
Oh, and we got the version of that coming too.
Yeah.
Not done by them though, but they still
got
next to Witcher.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going.
Go ahead. It's hard. It's hard because I can't see you talking, so I don't want to cut. I don't mean to cut you off.
I'm done. I'm done.
I know it is 11 o'clock at night. I'm with you. I'm kind of starting to. You might hear some snoring going on over here. All right.
Off tomorrow. You're gonna get back to gaming, right, Tone?
That's right.
Nah, I call my girl. She's in the
There you go.
And Zoom chat with her.
She's where?
There you go.
She's in the Dominican Republic. That's where she's from.
Oh wow. Oh cool. So she lives there, and then you guys just kind of.
No, she lives here, but her sons are there.
Gotcha.
Son's there in November, and she has family there, so she went today. She arrived to surprise her. I think one of her son's birthday is tomorrow this weekend, so she wanted to surprise.
Nice.
And she didn't take you with her?
I don't want to
go. Okay. Fair enough.
There's a beautiful place, though, from the pictures I've seen in the island. It's beautiful. It's like 80 degrees there now, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right, then, so where is...
Tone just wants to stay home and smoke and play games. While he's up.
Hey, man, you know?
Get a break.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
So, man, I tell you what, man. Next time you're coming through the White Marsh, you guys gotta let me know.
All right, no problem.
You know what? I'll come up to the mall and meet you at the Regen retro game store, man.
No, I'm planning on coming up there this spring for her birthday.
Yeah, man. You gotta let me know. I mean, seriously, White Marsh is literally 10 minutes. 12 minutes from me. Like I go to the mall that's there, and I love the IKEA that's there because, you know, I'm
IKEA.
Yeah,
that's a dangerous place.
That is a dangerous place for me to go. My wife does not allow me in that store by myself. So, especially that bottom floor where all the knick-knack stuff is. So, yeah, I come back and all of a sudden I'm rearranging our cabinets. So, but I that mall that's there has a retro game shop that is outstanding. And I go in there. I take my 11-year-old in there, and when we get our retro game treasure boxes, and you know, if we get like a DS game or two that he's just not interested in, we'll take those over to the game shop and he'll trade it in. And the guy, this is what I love about this store too. I don't mean to make this into an ad, but when we go into that store, the guys and the girl that's behind the counter, like she treats my 11-year-old who has mild autism, so he looks around a lot and he's focused on what he wants and stuff like that. Dude, they treat him like they treat me. They treat him with dead serious, like they take his games and they don't tell me what the trade-in value is. They tell him. And they're like, you know what? Hey, I can give you, $5 in cash, or if you see something here you like, I can give you $8 in credit, and you can put that towards one of these games. They don't tell me, they tell him, and then he gets a chance to kind of be his, he makes his own little decisions on what games he wants and stuff. And I mean, that kind of stuff that is why I go to that store. And what's really funny is, we were walking through that mall and GameStop was closing. The one GameStop that's in that mall is closing up, and they were selling like everything, including the fixtures.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, this is not good. So I walk up to Regen, and they're packed. Like, because of COVID, they can only have like 5 people in their store at once. The line is to Dave and Buster's of people trying to get into that store. And I asked him, I said, how you guys doing? He's like, this is every day. I'm like, even with GameStop closing? And he's like, especially with GameStop closing. So,
wow.
See,
good for them.
Yeah, I think this is just me, and I might be completely, I could be completely misreading the room, but I think people are starting to get back into retro stuff because they're getting tired of some of this, 100 gig day one patch. I can't even get a PS5, so hey, let me go look and see what I can get for the for the old Sega Saturn,
Yeah.
So,
it is true, brother.
I do. I think people are getting back into that stuff, and I love to see it. Except the only problem is I can't find Saturn stuff anymore because it's becoming more collectible.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that'd be cool to hear you guys hook up and there at the retro store.
Yeah, let me know when you come into town.
Yeah, her birthday spring.
Nice, very nice.
18. My ass should be done with child support.
Yeah.
That's going to change.
All right, DragonHeartYOBY, my brother Yobi. So that can't be your question of the week, man. It says, can I hook my OG Xbox original up to my laptop to use as a monitor? Infinite said, shame it they didn't do a Tiger Woods for Sega Saturn. I have 2 copies by now. Can I hook my OG up to my laptop to use as a monitor? I don't think so, because you typically can't use a laptop monitor as something for another device. It usually is the other way around. The monitor gets the monitor output can go to a TV or something, but I don't think you could do that with anything. I think you have to have, what you would probably want is like one of those little dedicated mini monitor things that are like has a flip top that you could plug something into. And they make, I've seen those for, kind of like portable. They make your console portable. That's what I would more go after. But I don't think you can use, I've never seen a device that you can hook up to a laptop to actually use its monitor. So, all right. So Tony, what we do before we get out of here?
It, though.
You can
stream it to the laptop.
Can you stream an OG?
Yeah, OG. No.
Yeah,
not the OG.
Negative. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. He has a G Story monitor. Okay, so you got that. All right. So Tony, a couple of things before we kind of wrap up. We do a final thoughts, so you get everybody's kind of final thoughts. But before that, Yobi asks us a thought-provoking question of the week, and I am waiting. He's just waiting for him to type it up. And while he's doing that, thank everybody again for hanging out with us. This is it's been a fun night. As always, a night that I need. Apparently, my gaming life just gets so rattled that every Thursday night I need this show.
That's what's up.
So,
that's what we're all here for. Get together and talk gaming. Just, BS. We got enough bullshit going on in our real lives that, you need a break. That's what gaming's all about,
Pretty much.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's see. You asked us this last week. This was our question last week, Yobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked us that last week. Infinite, you are great. Dude, the fact that you gave away a shirt tonight is, you're great. You're breathtaking. All right, Dragon, he says stand by. He is thinking of a new question of the week. So, you know what? While he is doing that, Tony, where can we find you? How can people hook up with you and talk to you on social media and game with you and stuffs?
Oh, I'm on Twitter every day. Not every day, except for my days off. I'll be gaming too much. But you can touch me through Twitter. Proteus XL.
I'll add that to the description below.
Hold on. Yes, please.
No doubt. I will do that. In fact, can I do that I can edit this while we're going.
Yeah. And I mean, one reason why I invited Tone on, because I've always enjoyed interacting and seeing his gaming you know, tweets, you know, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation, you know, it doesn't matter for him. He doesn't get caught up in all that BS. You know, he calls it out, and you know, we're on the same page. You know, we're all about gaming, and that's all I ever see from Tone. You know, all these idiots out there talking shit about this and that, you know, Xbox or whatever. But he's over there gaming these games, and he's like, "What are y'all talking about?" You know.
Yep.
So
that's the best way to
be. So I recommend everybody follow Tone, man. He says it how it is, but he's gaming. You know, he's not clickbaiting. You know, he's playing these games, and he'll let you know how it is, and it doesn't matter if it's on Xbox or PlayStation. So, you know,
nice. Hey, it lives for that single player or co-op experience. Right up my alley.
Yeah, he's the world gaming brother.
And I mean, Tron Deadly Discs. I mean, that's it. That's all. That's it. I can't. That's it. I think I don't have the full box one, but I do have my Deadly Disc thing over there. So I wish I still had my full box one. So, all right. So Yoby's question is: pick any technology from any video game or show. What would you pick to further advance life on planet Earth?
Damn. Shit.
This is what he does. He hits us with the hard thought-provoking where usually one of us has to go come back to me.
Jeez.
Who wants to take a stab at that one?
Find some of the electronic show that we can use to improve humanity. Oh man, I never been to. So
yeah, if you look at Cyberpunk, you know, they got all these enhancements that you can add, arms, eyes, which I mean, you kind of get that stuff nowadays, but it seems like in that game people do it, whether or not they lose a limb or whatever, they're upgrading their bodies so they can live longer. But you know, in the game, if you got to improve your health, you got this. It's like it looks like a spray, and inhaler. You know, if you have asthma, you just, you know, take suck some of that up, and then you know you're healthy again. I don't know. Maybe have. Deus Ex. Didn't Deus Ex have like nanobites?
Yeah.
Drink something that has some nanobites in my body and let it repair. You know, whatever's going on. And
there you go.
Go to the doctor. You know, we need some nanobites.
That'll help us out greatly.
There you go.
I want a rewind button, so you can rewind.
Ooh, there you go.
We do stuff and like, oops.
Rewind like in Horizon and Forza.
Yeah, or yeah.
What was that?
Any of the Nintendo Online games, you know.
What was that movie with? What was that movie? Click with who? With Adam. Thank you. My wife coming in with the save. Adam Sandler. Remember that? Did anybody see that movie?
Oh, I can't think of the name.
Where he got the remote from Christopher Walken in the Beyond section of Bed Bath & Beyond.
Remote.
Yeah, he got a remote and
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a funny movie. I mean, it was not one of Adam Sandler's funny movies. It was supposed to be, but it wasn't. But it had Christopher Walken. So, okay. So, Peter, rewind. Chris, nanobots and stuff. What about you, Tony?
Man, I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll tell you what. I actually got one. Transporter technology from Star Trek. Being able to go, you know, if you go around the world, being able to see things, imagine classrooms being able to take actual trips, to places instead of learning about them in a book, today's lessons on the pyramids of Egypt and you could you transport there, that kind of thing. Being able to to see, distant relatives and things like that.
Just make sure you don't got to fly in the teleporter with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so while Tony's thinking, let's see what we got to chat. A couple people did actually answer. Let's see. Geeks with Cash said VR, used the right way, could be used to do a lot of things from controlling construction, surgery, training people to do surgeries, etc. And you know what? Isn't that what HoloLens is supposed to be doing?
So I like how.
Yeah. But in surgery and stuff, they're already doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But here's the thing. What about, especially very relevant now with the, virtual classrooms and stuff, actually have a VR set. So it actually feels like in a classroom and it feels more connected than what their kids go through now.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's okay. While you're thinking, what else we got? The ability to go into a machine and it produce any foods you want. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's Star Trek.
That is Star Trek.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the food station.
It did have. You're right. It had a name, didn't it?
Said what you wanted. And then made
That
gave you everything. It gives you the class.
It was a food. It was called a food synthesizer.
Believe so.
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking it up. Food replicator. That's what it was called. A food replicator.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
And you was close as hell.
I was. Let's see who else we got in the chat. I'd advance my life on planet Earth by Go Gadget Pee-wee. Go Gadget. So yeah, having the Inspector Gadget stuff. There you go.
You can do that now. You don't remember?
Oh wow. Yobi said it's not question, but he would go immortality. Select 9 other people to be the guardians over planet Earth and the Milky Way to keep the balance.
We can use some of that right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna start calling Yobi Green Lantern. but not Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. Don't worry. So, any thoughts, Tony? It's okay if you don't. I mean, that's a good question. That's one of his.
I can't think. I'm trying to think.
Sorry, that is one of his better questions.
Yobi always likes to make us
because I can't think.
Says thanks for not putting that burden on me.
Damn. I mean, it's a good one.
That is a good one.
I can't think of anything to get a reference from.
All right, so when you do, you got to put it out on Twitter. You got to say, you got to tag Yobi and say your question from the NLG show, and here's my answer.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It'll come to you while you're gaming. You're like, okay,
you're gonna see something you're gonna see something in a game and go, that's what I want. So
yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So, final thoughts, gentlemen. This can be any thought that you want, anything you want to say. Could be about, honestly, this could be about anything. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be gaming at this point. Just whatever's on your mind that you want to tell people your final thoughts of the week. And I'm just going to go down the line and start from back to front. Start with our esteemed guest, Mr. Tony. And I want to thank you again for joining us tonight. It was great having you on. And
it's a privilege.
Yeah. It was
my final thought is to one day for us to get games that don't require patches, get finished games.
Yeah.
There you go.
I ever had a good feeling like that since cartridges, or the first PlayStation. You didn't have to worry about patches or season passes. You just get a game and just game. You had to worry about nothing else. I want a day like that again. I hope to have that feeling again before I die.
I hate to bring it back to the Intellivision Amico, but that might be what you get where you get it.
You get a good finished game, and
although it has online, so hopefully
it does. You know what? We gotta ask Tommy next time we have him on. That's got to be a Tommy Tallarico question. Our game's gonna have, because I don't know if anybody's asked him that. Our game's gonna have patch, day one patches and stuff like that. Geeks with Cash. I've been in Amico hell after those last two things you put up, dude. I feel for all of you guys that put up Amico content, especially like OEB Pete. What I will tell you, don't let it get to you, man. Just if some of those people that have come at you, just block them. And move on, because I will tell you, there are many, many, many people that love and that are excited for the Amico, and we, three of us here that have, Peter and I are Founder Edition, Chris's VIP Edition. Don't let those people get to you, geeks. And actually, I'm pretty sure I caught one of those videos, and because I get the notification bell when your stuff comes on, and if it's one of the ones I'm thinking of, you're doing good work. So don't even sweat them. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So Tony, we're gonna have to talk to you about the Amico a little more, because this might be right up your alley. So, all right, Peter. Final thoughts of the night.
Final thoughts. No, I'm just, I'm in awe of like how awesome, you guys all are, and the chat and stuff. That's, when I look at this, I tend to believe there are more good people than bad people out there. So awesome.
There are, definitely.
Amen to that. Mr. Fastback, who, by the way, are you using your new microphone yet?
Yes.
Okay, we need to. Oh, you know what? though? You're like 10 feet from it. That's why you still sound far away. So, actually, tap it. I'm wondering if you are. Tap it. Tap the top of it.
Okay, so see, that's what happened. You jinxed me. You said I'm not using my new microphone, and
you weren't.
Well, the USB on the bottom, it's for some reason I have to mess with it. So I don't know if it's the wire or whatever, but it turns off. It doesn't. I don't know what's going on.
All right, we can help.
No, yeah,
we can help you with that. We'll help.
No, but I think it's the wire, because if I move the wire,
I heard it.
It turns off the mic. The power
Gotcha.
off. So.
All right. So your final thought? Yeah, we can hear you. It sounded like you were still using, like maybe your.
Nope.
We got you.
Can I go mute?
No, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
You can't hear us.
I can't hear you now.
You broke it.
Broke it.
Oh gosh.
Time to get a rubber mallet out.
Yeah, exactly. What happened? We lost. He's still here.
Can you hear us now? Ooh.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you.
Chris, that's not a bad thing.
Chris says,
nice.
Chris out.
I don't know what happened. Hello?
We can hear you. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, try plugging it. Well, he's looking. See, this time, well, there were 2 technical difficulties on my end, so I can't say that.
Okay, 2, 1, 0.
Hello. Oh, and he's and he's gone. There he is. He's back. Right? He can't hear us at all. Can we hear you? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Now.
Okay. All right.
You jinxed me because I moved the mic to try to show it on the camera.
That's what Pong said.
The stupid wire. It's very sensitive. I don't know what's going on. I might have to get another wire for get with the Amazon to try to whatever. So something going on with the wire. Well, real quick, my final thoughts. Awesome to have Tone here. I mean, I appreciate Tony that you came over. We've been following each other quite a bit on Twitter, and we always enjoy each other's tweets. And
yes, sir.
We keep it positive and keep it gaming. I'm just thankful to have you here. All our friends in chat, that come here every week, and the family's growing. And Tony, you're part of the NLG family. Anytime you ever want to come on, just hit us up.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yep.
Something going on, something exciting you want to talk about. You want to just talk about it. Come join us. So
thank you.
You're part of the family. So appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in chat, especially those who just joined as a membership. We don't ask anybody to donate to us or all that, and we appreciate everything. And like Mike said, we want to give back to our NLG family. So earlier last year, I started a Gamer of the Month deal. So I'm gonna do that again. I guess the next show would be the last show of the month. So I'm gonna have a next level gamer of the month. So it's only gonna be those who come in our chat. I'm not gonna sit there and advertise it out on Twitter or everywhere else. It's gonna be the gamer of the month is gonna be our next level people that come in the chat and join us every week, and we appreciate you guys. So yes, our friends, and we'll have a gift card. Sometimes we'll do a game giveaway. So stay tuned. We appreciate you guys, and we'll show our appreciation with giveaways throughout the year.
All right. Real quick before I give mine, I do want to. Cyber Gunter says his final thought. I would like for gamers to enjoy announcements for any future game without losing their minds over a hat or a whip, for example. Yeah, amen to that. I heard about the turmoil, and of course, what I heard was, oh my God, is it going to be exclusive to Xbox? How could you? It's like, does anybody not understand what spending $7.5 billion for a developer means? Am I missing something? The games,
But even that, it's like,
who cares?
Who cares? Hopefully the game is awesome. Let's assume it's going to be awesome. So let's
exactly. And if if that's where it is, buy a damn Xbox and enjoy the game. All right. Nobody asks this question about Spider-Man, right? Can you do that again? I love that voice.
People need to realize exclusivity doesn't benefit us as gamers.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Good game benefits us because we enjoy playing.
And if you can afford it, you work hard. Like Tone, he has both. I know Peter has both. Mike, you have the PS4.
I do.
But people out there bitching and complaining. Oh, this is exclusive to.
Wait, hold on, because he wants me to do the voice again. Oh, this is exclusive to Xbox.
Just like that.
So, nobody buy an Xbox. If I wanted.
Oh, play it on PC.
I wanted Nathan. Yeah, there you go. Play it on PC. I wanted Nathan Drake, so I bought a PS4. I wanted to play Spider-Man. I have a PS4. If I want to play Mario,
Horizon Zero Dawn. I bought a PlayStation.
Exactly. If I want to play Mario games, I'm gonna buy a Switch. You go where the games are.
Yeah.
And if you have them all, you can play them all.
Yeah. Even if you only have, like me, I prefer playing on Xbox, and I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about, Spider-Man's only on PlayStation. Like you said, if I want to play it, I'll buy a PlayStation. There's too many games out there. people to be bitching and complaining.
New Indiana Jones game will be. I mean, that's just awesome.
Dreadpool's
Dreadpool's trying to trigger you.
Trying to trigger me. Indiana Jones on Xbox will be a banger.
Banger.
That word is not allowed.
If we could make that bold and underline it, he would have done
it. That word does not exist in our dojo, does it, Sensei? No.
But whether or not Indiana Jones, Bethesda's working on that, but we don't know the what's going on behind the scenes on, because people got to remember that that's a deal with Lucasfilm Gaming. It all comes down to them, what they want, So whether or not it's on Xbox only or on all platforms, it doesn't matter. Play where you can, play where you want, have fun.
Yeah. Yes. WDFC. Just
who the fuck cares?
Yes. So not a unsubtle plug for you, Chris. So I want to piggyback a little. Sister Lupa kind of took thunder from me a little bit, but I want to kind of expand on it. Hers. I'm going to read hers. She says, "I would like for every gamer to be kind to each other and to devs. Strike first, strike hard, some mercy."
Cobra Kai's in the
Cobra Kai. Season 3. Oh yeah. Please, Tony. You said you grew up watching Bruce Lee. Please tell me you've seen Cobra Kai.
I haven't watched the 3rd season yet.
Nice.
That's your homework for the weekend.
Sorry, I game.
I know. That's your homework for the weekend.
I want to play that game too.
I heard it. About the game. I have the game on.
No. I'm talking about the 3rd season.
That's. I know, but
started.
Nice. So anyway, we, like I said at the beginning, when I was ranting about Twitter, we are in some tough times, and there is hurt and there is pain going on from all people. No matter where you come down on current events, where you come down on who's president at what point in time, what's going to happen in the future, what's happened in the past. Everybody is hurting. I had a, Twitter is kind of, it's really funny because in the retrospect of real life, what happened to me with my Twitter feed is small potatoes to the fact that we're having similar issues of intolerance and, to an extent, I call it bigotry, in our own synagogue. And it's funny saying that from my side of the fence because, there's a lot of us there that aren't feeling very welcome these days because of, people's, opinions about current events and how the messaging is coming out and how people are treating other people with that other opinion and how those people are treating each other. And as a Jewish person, tonight at our board meeting, I impassionedly we discussed this because these differences that we're having and these this intolerance is causing people to leave our synagogue, which religion as it is right now is having a giant problem with with attendance and participation as things kind of move in a more secular way in this country. So for us to be losing members because of because of differences of opinions and things, it is very tough. So I made a very impassioned plea today for us to remember inside our temple that no matter where we line up on things like politics, on things like socioeconomics, on things like what's even going on locally in our local towns and things like that. When we step into our synagogue, the one thing we can gel on is that we're all Jews. And so I made this impassioned speech about that, and I'm only using that as a way to say the same thing about us as a community of gamers. You know, you've got gamers that are conservative, they're liberal, Republicans, Democrats, independents, atheists, Jews, Christians, Muslims. There are, and everybody's got opinions about what's going on in the world, and the worst thing that I see is, if you think X, unfollow me now. If you don't like Y, unfollow me now. If you don't, and I've seen people too, if you're not voting for this guy, then unfollow me. I don't want to be your friend. At the end of the day, the one thing that we are above all of that stuff, we're gamers. And we have that we can come together with, that we could all jump on Halo and shoot shit out of each other for a couple hours. No matter what our background is, no matter what color, what religion, what socioeconomic, what political beliefs, whatever. I could jump on Friday night with Lupa, Chris, Peter, and Mav, and his wife, Caitlin, and Back from the Dead, who's, I think, still in here, and Cyber Gunter, and Pong, and these are my friends. This is Chris and Peter. We all have different beliefs. We're family. We're brothers. Peter and I talked till 2 a.m. the other night about this. And that's what makes us who we are. And I think it's
still on the show together.
And still on the show together after almost 5 years this June. This is what we have that we can come together with. And in this time, in all this turbulence going on, maybe that is what we can use to bind each other together. Not this, if you think this, unfollow me. That's not productive. You know what it should be? Hey, look, man, I disagree with you, and I think this, I know you think that. Hey, let's play some Hive Busters. Let's play some Tetris. That's what it should be about, and that's what draws me to this. I'm quite sure on my on the Amico All Access show, we all have different opinions, and it's funny because OEB Pete's from Canada. He's like, I don't even want to hear about it. He's like, I don't even care about U.S. politics. So we've got people that don't care, people on one side, people on the other. But you know what? What binds us together? Talking about the Amico. Having fun together as gaming friends. And it's funny because technology has allowed us. I think we're some of the luckiest people on the planet. Many people that don't game, they're stuck in their homes because of COVID, and they can't do anything. They can't see each other. They can't, maybe over Zoom, sure, but we have each other to game with. We have each other to podcast with. We can, Tony, you can come and hang out with us on a Thursday night, talk games, and have fun. And his chat room is just second to none. I put this chat room up against any chat room that's got a more popular viewership, because these people, this is some of the most quality people I know. Okay. This is what binds us. So to end my final thought, I hope that we can learn to harness that better, to be good with each other, no matter where we come from, no matter what we believe, no matter who we are. be gamers, be friends, and game on. Or actually, that's not. I'm stealing someone else's. Sorry, I'm gonna erase that one because that's not my catchphrase. I think that's it's Peter's. Play on gamers. Sorry, Peter, I didn't mean to steal it.
All right. Play on gamers. Oh wait, game on.
So with that, Tony, I want to thank you one more time for jumping on with us, man. It was great having you, and as Chris said, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
To the chat room, you guys got me so close to tears tonight. It just goes to show that I'm not kidding when I say that I love you guys, and that it without you, this is, we're not a show without you guys, and just watching you guys, the membership thing, like as Chris said, we're not, if you want to do it, that's great. If not, it doesn't change, how we feel about you guys. But then to watch, just 80 you just pop. I mean, that caught me, but it just caught me, And it was Pete. It was OEB Pete who kept saying, Mike, you got to get that set up. Mike, you got to get that set up. And Mike, you got to get that set up. And I'm like, okay. But he was like, and make sure you let me know because I want to be the first one. And Infinite, then he wanted to be the first one too, and that means a lot to us. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Chris and Peter, my boys. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. Look at that. What is mega super chat by DragonHeartYOBY. NLG is reaching new heights for 2021. As the book unfolds, stay tuned.
Mission accomplished. Damn it, Yobi.
Yobi, brother, you're awesome, man.
Mission accomplished. There it is. There you got
Mike
me.
is going to short out his microphone now.
Okay,
we got to get him on the show. It was awesome
he's got it. That's it, dude.
Renegades.
Yeah. Yobi's got to get on here, especially, and then we got to talk about WWE Raw that he got me. I still, you know what? I've still meant to. I know what I'm going to do because I meant to stream that, but I'm re-bringing back my retro stuff. Jesus, right? You really. Oh my God. Lost my train.
Yeah, AssassinLupa, we're all family.
We're all family.
I did together, that's for sure.
I did a wrestling. Remember when I did the wrestling game thing for Daredevil Dave Dahl? I'm gonna add WWE Raw 2 to that video when I remake it, because that's gonna be the next one that I do. That's gonna be the next one I do. Yobi, thank you so much, brother. Love you so much, guys. Seriously. And speaking of Retro Renegades, so don't forget to the Gamers United Guild. Great bunch of other shows and stuff. Tomorrow night is OEB Pete and Michael Garvey and PM in the PM. And then on Saturday, Saturdays will be action packed because 2:00 is our new show M Squared. We're gonna debut. That's from 2 to 3. And we're only going to go an hour because at 3:00, Indy Gamer, who I know had to go to bed, AssassinLupa, you outlast. It's funny. You outlast Nile. You outlast Daz. You outlast Indy Gamer.
I wonder if she ever sleeps.
She doesn't sleep at all. So, the Indie Gaming Show is on at 3:00 on Saturday with. Hey, are you going to be on that one, Chris?
Which one?
Indie Game Show on Saturday?
No. This is the other half. The other group.
Okay.
The other shift.
The B team?
Yeah. The B team.
I don't mean it that way. The other team. Team.
No, that's gonna be a great
team
one.
Bravo.
Puxley and I know they have Pong is gonna be on as a guest, but Puxley and I think VJ are the other two main co-hosts.
Okay. All right, so check them out at 3, and then at 4:00 is the since he's still in the chat room, it's the Evercast with OEB Pete and my brother Rich, Bacon Ice Cream Productions. Sunday night is TXR, the best Xbox podcast around. And then on Tuesday is Four Guys with Quarters in the afternoon at 5 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, the Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife, put on your headphones and dig deep down for some beer and enjoy Retro Renegades, one of the finest podcasts out there that, just great people headed by my brother Graphic God, brother Jay, and Infinite's on there, and yep. And then a Pong Soul, by the way. Just a quick shout out to Pong. I know but he has joined a couple of podcasts now. He's on with the shop with my nephew PTK Blam, and then he is also now part of Mav's Xbox Ultimate Show.
Xbox.
Yep, Xbox Ultimate. Yep, and then afterwards we're gonna jump in and play some Halo. So don't forget our friends at the Gamers United Guild, and we'll be back Thursday night at 9 p.m. and looking forward to having another great night. So thank you guys so much. Everybody have a great evening. Man, play on, gamers.
Game on, guys.
Have a great weekend, y'all.
Have a good one, everybody.
You guys are awesome. Yep.
Oh, yeah. So now I gotta work on, that's my homework assignment.